Hey everybody, Stacy here. Special last minute edition. I have the newly crowned Ms. Achievement World. I just gave up my title, so hold with us right here on Pageantry Now. All right, so we have a new sister queen in the house, and I'm super excited to announce our new Ms. Achievement World. I'm going to let her introduce herself. But before we do that, Pageantry Now is all about positivity and pageantry and being able to highlight the amazing things that title holders do using a crown and a sash to change their world. Please be part of the conversation if anybody's out there and they want to ask questions of our new queen. Please do so. Just make sure you keep it PC because at the end of the day, we do have teenagers that watch and we want to make sure that this is appropriate for them. And with that being said, we're just going to go right into this really fast. So here we go. Yay!
Hi!
Oh, gosh, wait. Look, there. Look at both of us.
So excited. Hi, everyone. Hi, Stacy. How are
you? Everybody. Who are you?
I am Esther Renee, your Miss Achievement World 2023, newly crowned, excited to start my reign and to reign forward. Whew, I'm so excited. Just got crowned not too long ago. Today, and my successor, Stacy.
Oh, this is craziness, right? I don't know if you've ever watched any of the videos from Miss USA or Miss Universe, but the handler that handles Miss Universe, her name is Esther Swan, and she's an amazing person. But she, as the newly crowned comes off the stage, she goes, "What's your name?" Because they've been whatever title they've been for however long, and it's always. You got to look down and go, we don't what's your name? But you know right away. I'm Ms. Achievement World. I am 2022 and you are 2023.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So excited to be here. What are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, I just want to know, like, okay, so let's talk about how the day. Look, it's Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn, how are you? Thanks for being here. All right, I want to know, like, so today was evening gown. I've gotten to that place where I can't think anymore. This morning was interview. So let's talk about how that went, meeting the judges and being able to know that they knew so much about you before you got to them, because the pageant is virtual. So you had previously sent in your field presentation, your evening gown, and your photogenic, and then stepped into the room with 7 judges virtually. And how did that go today?
Well, it was amazing. That's a word that I use, overused, but I'm going to continue to use it because it was absolutely amazing. It was an opportunity to really speak my truth, to speak as much as I could possibly cram into a very short period of time about who I am, the experiences I had, my achievements that I've achieved, right? And to let them get to know me. But it was a little challenging because you always want to try to bring new information instead of repeating something they may have seen, like in the resume or in the field presentation or other aspects of competition, or maybe even something they may have gleaned from my social media presence. So it was great, but it was also a little nerve-wracking. And then also looking in the camera so that they can see me looking at them instead of looking at the squares on the computer screen. So that was a little challenging as well. But besides that, it was amazing.
I think that's the hardest part, is because you want to make eye contact with people. And so you look down, and I had to learn how to be able to look in the camera, and I still look down because I'm like, I'm talking to people. Like, I don't want to, but I've tried to align my camera settings so that at least it's sort of the same eye line. But it's hard. It's hard because, you as human beings, especially people that have ever done any kind of interview process, and I know that your background is in HR, so obviously you're an expert at this process. It's hard to do it virtually and be able to feel like you're making that human connection. So
Yes, yes, it can be challenging, but you're right. Even in human resources, we have gone to online interviews. You know, you may not see the candidate face to face until you're almost ready to hire them. So the virtual world is the way to go.
Hey, I know that one of the largest employers in the world, Disney, goes all virtual for their casting now, which I think is, when you think about it, like how that's crazy.
Yeah.
But the world changed, and I think when the world changed, it made technology become our friend and our enemy at the same time. So we experienced that earlier today. I had no computer for an hour, so
But we're
oh, there
here.
I
But we're
already
here.
know. Oh, all right. Oh gosh, it's just we're at that point of the game where I can do that whenever I want to.
And if it slips out of me, I'm gonna blame it on her. I'm gonna say it was contagious.
My
So
fault. My fault. So I know that when you went on social media after interview, you were totally excited about the fact that you had just gotten out of interview and you felt like it went really great. But the one thing that you were kind of bummed out about is they didn't ask you, who are you? So tell
yeah,
me, do that for me because that was awesome. How long
I
did it take
can't
you to?
do it for you. I can't do it for
Oh,
you.
come on.
I can't do it for you. I can't do it off the top of my head. Literally, it's been zapped out of my mind. Always on my mark, ready, set, go. I'm Esther Renee from the great state of Ohio. That's all I'm going to give you right now. But
No, hey,
you're going to have to
seriously,
go to my page. That's
I
a good
was
way for you
like,
guys to come and
oh my
follow
god.
me.
She's the rapping queen without being rapping. She's totally poetic. And I was like, I couldn't do that even if I tried. It was awesome. Yeah,
Thank you.
okay, well, so so for those of you that don't, look for Esther Renee on Facebook so that you can hear all about who she is. And it was, I think I tried to share it. I don't know if I, oh, that was the problem. I was trying to share it and it was sharing as Dr. World Productions. I can't. I gotta wait.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
all right. So let's talk about, what are you going to do with this title now that you got it? Where are you going?
So much, so much, so much. The two top things that I'm going to be doing definitely is participating in coaching.com's WBEX training. They have a summit that they run year round. It's for 50,000 plus coaching industry professionals in business and executive fields. And so being able to help the coaches after they have participated in the summit and the workshops with premier people from the coaching industry, facilitating the transfer of learning sessions for them. Very excited about that. I've already been doing it. I've been doing it since about, I think it was beginning of June. I've been doing it, and we had like the 3-week pre-summit, and now we're into the full summit where we're just doing one session or a couple sessions a week. And so that is something that I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward with them as well, participating in the hosting the breakout sessions as well, where we're able to kind of talk about a topic that really matters to people in the coaching industry. And the thing that I'm learning in that particular journey already is that, coaching applies to practically everyone. There's something that can be gleaned. And so I'll be sharing little snippets after the implementation mastery sessions out here on social media and all different avenues, and bringing that information so that you can participate and you can learn right along with us, the coaching industry gurus and professionals across the globe. I have had an opportunity to meet people like in Serbia and Germany and Italy and South Africa, Australia, UK, the Netherlands, Canada, and all across the United States, just to name a few of the places. So I'm really excited about that.
Ralph
Congratulations.
says,
Thank you, Ralph.
congratulations. Yay.
Thank
Oh,
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then another thing I'm going to be doing is I was invited to, before COVID, my employer was invited to the African Union to participate in the partner with the African Union to help with some infrastructure types of things. And that allows me and avails me to over 55 countries that are part of the AU, African Union. and working on some things with human resources, but then also working on some things by bringing Days for Girls and really strengthening that reach, if you will. I already am a health ambassador for them. And so being able to really speak on the needs of women and girls who lose their days because of menstrual cycle. That's like a faux pas thing. We don't talk about it, right? But there are women who literally lose about a week every month having to sit at home as they participate in what naturally happens with their body, because there's not provisions, or there's a little bit more of an ostracization, if you will, of them. And so really educating them, providing them with the resources that they need so they don't lose their days. Can you imagine the women and the impact that we make and how that is stolen from us when we would have to sit home once a week or 1 week out of each month and not participate in school or not be a contributor to the workforce? And that's actually what's happening. And so really to continue to work there, continue to work with Dress for Success, Career Village, shout out to all of them. And then also the work that I'm doing with Bootaloo, Be You, Do You, Love You. That's my flagship. And you're going to be hearing a lot more about
I
that.
love it.
I'm so excited. So excited. Yes.
I like, as you were talking about women's cycles, and that's actually Harnaz, our reigning Miss Universe right now. That is what her platform is. Her mom is a gynecologist, and in India it's almost forbidden for women to have the right to be able to have feminine hygiene products and to be able to take care of themselves and to get gynecological exams. And so my brain went to, okay, how do I make that meet? Because it would just seem like that would be kind of like the perfect place where we could find a way to be able to allow you to work with her.
That would be awesome.
And then wouldn't it be cool? I mean, I don't know if there's any way. Miss
It's worth
Universe
a try.
organization, if you're out there, maybe she maybe would could be helping you. I don't know. Something to think about.
Great to partner.
Yeah. So and that's the thing is, like, the one thing, I said it to all the delegates throughout the week. I've said it over and over and again. The reason I love Dr. World Productions and our amazing leader, Dr. Diana Lawrence, is because she allows this to be your reign. So it's really what you want to make out of it. And it is only dampened by what you don't think you can do. So, like, dream big, go big, dream big, do it. And I know that you are going to bring a whole different flavor and seasoning to this title, which I think is so, and honestly, I mean, you're so well spoken and professional, and yet you're fun and you're playful. So, like, there's so many wonderful facets to you. I love it. So I'm looking forward to, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yes. No, I am super excited. There'll be some fun things. I've got some surprises up my sleeve as well. So you're gonna have to stay tuned to that. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we're going to be engaging the world. I'm going to bring Miss Achievement to the world, and the world to Miss Achievement. Is going to be amazing. Yeah, so I'm excited.
Gosh, now you're making me feel like I didn't do anything. Oh gosh.
Oh, you did. Well, the reason I got to do so much is because you did. Big shoes to fill. Come on. So seriously, though, you've done an amazing job. You are, as your successor, it's gonna be work, but I hope I do you proud. Obviously, I hope I do Dr. Diana Lawrence proud, and the entire Dr. World Productions family proud, as well as all the people who supported me. There are sometimes you're a little gun shy to ask for support or ask for help, but I reached out to my village and my village showed up, and I am just so excited about that. And I owe quite a few people gratitude. I don't want to forget anyone, so that'll be a separate type of showcasing. But just I'm so full right now. I'm so full.
Ralph says you got this, so that's so cool. I know. And the sisterhood, Tiffany, I know, chimed into chat earlier today, and she is my successor. No, she is my predecessor. Oh my gosh.
Predecessor. Mhm.
And so having her come into chat and just be like, good luck, congratulations. And I kind of want to build that out, and I really want to make sure that we bring and we make the sisterhood stronger, because
Yeah.
you and I and actually mainly all competed in a system together, and
Mhm.
that was one of the things that I think we wanted, was that sisterhood and that strength and that unity. So I
Mhm.
hope that we are able to continue, building that sisterhood, because I think that it, if you don't have a pageant experience where you feel that,
Mhm.
at least once. It doesn't have to be every pageant you do, but at least one time
Mhm.
where that these are the women that are going to be your village, going to be your posse. They're the people that you can call, at 3 o'clock in the morning and go, oh my gosh, this just happened.
Yeah.
I know some of my pageant sisters are those people, and I wouldn't have had them if it hadn't have been for, this experience. So
Mhm.
I'm curious to see, like, where do you see, like, what do you think is going to happen a year from now? Like, where, I mean, no, you don't want to think about that. I know I had no idea what I was thinking when I, thought about that, but like, what do you think? Like, if you could do anything, what would it be?
Well, I want to be so exhausted, not literally, but I want to be so tired from the work that I do as Miss Achievement World 2023. But it will also serve as a leap off point. Obviously, there were things that allowed for me, there were pedestals or accomplishments or milestones in my life that allowed me to leap off into this title and into this job. Do not be mistaken, this is a job as well, and I see it as such. But I also want to see this job now to be a leap off point for something bigger and better, and in maybe different directions, maybe in some of the media work that I do. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things forthcoming. I have a lot of plans and strategies. As a human resources professional, we really work with strategic management quite a bit for organizations. So I would be remiss if I didn't look at myself and also pursue strategic management over anything that I go for or I attach myself to. So it also applies here.
See, I need to align myself with you and just be like, hey, can you help me? Strategic. I am
Let's
so not
do it.
strategic about anything I do.
No,
Um,
let's do it. Let's do it. Take over the world, right? What's your quote about the drop?
Drop in the ocean eventually becomes a wave of change. Be the drop. Be the drop. I hope that I have been a drop. I know I'm
The more than a
tired, so
drop.
that's probably a
This is
good
good.
indicator.
This is a good sign.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. God, I had a really great question for you, and I totally. Oh, talking about achievements, we talked about it. We were talking a little bit before we went live. Uh, that minute where, because previous to this, your titles and the systems that you'd been involved with kind of had a clarifier, and the thing that this did not was, or the clarifier is that it's achievements.
Mhm.
So how did it feel going back and looking at what you have done over the years and really cataloging that and then processing it? Because I think that is a real part of this, that I know for me it was awareness. I let's talk about that process that you go through, going, I did that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you put together a resume and you're having to figure out what do I put, don't put in, do put in, you have a page limit, that's always challenging. I know that from human resources. I know that. But when it comes to looking at myself, I believe in lifelong learning. So there's a lot of certifications, a lot of organizations that I'm a member of and participate with and stay active. There's a lot of work that I've done to make my career what it's been, and just reviewing that, it can be, um, you're like, wow, I've done a lot. I have really achieved a lot. I've worked very diligently in order to build my personal brand as a professional. And that was something that was just, I won't say eye opening, but I think you kind of sometimes it becomes so much of a state of being in life that when you actually have to take stock in it and look at it and assess it again, you're like, oh, wow, I am. I might look like Miss Achievement actually. Here, that's kind of cool, and that is not just some lip service. And that's
Right.
just, but my mom formed me that way. I mean, come on, she had me in Girl Scouts when I was the age of 4, and I stayed in it the entire. I mean, I was the one who showed up to school on Girl Scout Day in the Girl Scout uniform, like a little nerd, real happy with all my badges on the front and the back of the sash. So that's just who I've been all
You got
my
snacks early
life.
on. Of course you did. I mean,
And
I was a campfire girl, same thing. Like I was like, I still have all of my patches and my beads from being a campfire girl, which is crazy to think that something that was, you know, that long ago. But yeah, like I think that that level of achievement, because each one of those badges represents something that you worked hard for to achieve, and at some point in our lives we stop having badges. No one gives you the gold star and goes, you did a great job, like once you're an adult. So I maybe we need to go back to badges. Diana, we
right,
need to talk
right.
about badges.
Be
Because smart
super
is
cool.
beautiful princesses get pins, why don't we?
I was just getting ready to say they get pins and little recognitions for the work that they do. But we do too. We get the crown. We get the big crown, you
Yeah,
know,
we get the crown,
and the job.
and maybe the presidential service awards too. So we could work on that. So that's something to do.
Mhm. Yeah.
Deanna said congratulations. I don't know if she popped out, but
Oh,
you were
thank
talking.
you,
I think
Deanna.
she's so
Same to
awesome.
you, Deanna. Yes, definitely. Yes. I believe all the ladies just really, it was iron sharpening iron. And I mean, it was we really pushing each other in order to bring out the best of each other. And that was something that was exciting to see unfold in a very organic way and, in a nurturing way. And, I know I've built a relationship already with Deanna. I hope that will continue because she's just super, super awesome. Hi, Nancy.
Nancy
Hi.
was one of my favorites.
Nancy
Uh,
wrote a book, so I'm gonna be coming for you to showcase the book for children. I'm very excited about that. So, I already got things in plans. I already got things. Like Storytime with the Queen is
see,
not going anywhere. I just have to up the ante.
there you
Yes.
go. Someone sent me a message about a book, a kid's book about pageantry in Ms. Achievement. So I'll have to go look. I didn't. It was in the middle of the day, and I kind of like put it off. So I'll have to go look at it. Um, I was going to talk. I forgot again. My brain is not working right now. Because something else that we were talking about, and I was like, yeah, the fact that we rarely get the opportunity to kind of toot our own horn, and that there's that feeling to some degree. Sometimes when you go into pageantry, when you win the crown, and you're like, I don't want to be narcissistic. I don't want to feel like I'm, giving myself the props. But I think this system is it warrants it. It really is about the great things that you do, and how, like looking at your resume and thinking, like, over the last couple of weeks, putting all of this information together, what was it that was an aha moment that you took away from it, where you were like, yeah, I forgot about that, or like that's really important to me, or was there any one thing that kind of stood out for you?
I think what stood out for me was really more of the evolution of my career and how everything has really kind of fit in. Like it was a stair step approach, right? I started out in training and development, really, where I cut my teeth on my career and human resources in that particular industry. And from there, I was interested and got certifications in quality management, Six Sigma, things like that, project management. Then from that, I moved on into more of I would say the softer skills, things like the facilitation skills and really honing other aspects that you would think would be embedded into training and development, but really are their own type of work. Then I started doing even more sign that was moving me towards my ministry, my passion, my purpose, that I believe that I've been put here on earth. And that's helped the other people to come into their true identity, their purpose, and to ultimately reach freedom from anything that may be holding them in bondage. And so, on the professional side, there's the mediation training from the Supreme Court of Ohio, and being certified mediator and being able to do that and coupling it with the facilitation skills. And everything has really evolved into the next thing. And then finally, I'm skipping over some things, but finally landing at the place where I am a trauma informed care professional. So now I'm bivocational. It's not just human resources, but I also spend an equal amount of my time helping people with that freedom that I was speaking about, and being able to learn about trauma informed care for others and being able to use that. And, that's something that if anyone's out there and you're in any form of bondage, any type of pain, I'm giving away as part of my title, free on First Friday. So you're going to want to pay attention, because that is part of my give back and part of my community service.
Yay. Sorry. The other thing that I had really thought about was you competed last year and chose to come back, which I'm so excited that you did, because I've said it before. I have not been shy about it. I really thought you were going to win last year. So I'm so proud of myself that I won, and for whatever reason it was divine intervention at that particular moment. But I'm so grateful that you came back. And I want to know, what was it that drove you to come back and want to still be part of this? Because not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody, some people walk away and, they, maybe it wasn't the experience they thought it was going to be, or maybe, they're a little bit, persistence pays off. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. There you go. Yes. The boss is spoken.
Hi, director. Dr. Diana Lawrence in the house.
Our boss has spoken. So what drove you to decide that you wanted to come back and take on the title of North America? And I'm hoping, if Deanna's still on, that I know Deanna messaged me. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I'm hoping that all of the women come back. And I want you to. I would love for you to be able to inspire them to do that.
Well, unlike I think many of the women this year, I did not bring my best self. I know, we're our own worst critic. I understand that, but I did not bring my best self to the table last year. I was going through some health concerns and just kind of struggling to make it across the finish line. And I knew that I had something to offer the pageant system. And I knew that I could serve in this role in a spectacular way. I just needed to be able to get to that place. And so I had to set it out. You say divine intervention, I say time and season, and there is a proper time and a proper season for everything that happens. And it was your time and it was your season last year. And there was nothing that was going to stop that from happening. Likewise, I believe that I am now walking into mine. And what called me back specifically to do it again with this particular pageant is I don't pick the pageants in which I participate in loosely. It's something that I give serious consideration to. And the Miss Achievement pageant, even the Dr. World Productions, just everything it stands for. Of course, the three pillars are community service, mentorship, and education. There you go, right? And so that just fits. So it was a draw because it was drawing to me. Something you had mentioned earlier, Stacey, is that you had said, the previous pageants that I've participated in, I make no qualms in saying I participated in cultural pageants. I've participated in pageants that were honoring me on my size, and I am not a size 0, never will be. And so in that, they were always an aspect of who I was. But as Miss Achievement is presented, it's my totality, it's my whole being. And so I don't have to just focus on one aspect that I may be excited about and wanting to encourage people to honor, but to honor who I am, who I've been created to be, and what contributions I can give to the world. But it's not about Esther Renee. It's not about the title. It's about the person that may see it and what it can inspire them to do. Because if I'm the only one out there achieving, that's no benefit to the world. But if everyone's out there achieving, then it's a benefit to the world. And so that's what drew me in, is that I want to be that ambassador. I want to be that voice piece, and the representation, a true brand ambassador for the pageant to inspire others to achieve.
So great. That is awesomeness. Awesomeness. Overusing awesome. I'm playing with my hair. You know, I'm tired of playing with my hair and I can't stop. Thinking about that statement about inspiring, I didn't get as many, like as much FaceTime because of the pandemic. It was just because of medical stuff. It was just really hard for me to put me in a situation. So for the first 7 months of my reign, I really was all virtual. But I 3 weeks ago, I got to go to Disney World, and I was lucky enough to have the opportunity that, you know, generally, if you bring a crown and a sash, they do not let you have it out in the parks anymore, because they feel like it takes away from their princesses. But I had a photo shoot, and it was a private photo shoot, and a little girl, I was a little giddy because here I am, I'm at the castle, I'm taking this picture, and I'm right in front of Merida, and I love Merida because she's, you know, the crazy redhead. I know you don't ever see my red. I have red hair. It just doesn't ever look like it on camera. And so I just was like, and the little girl looked at me and she goes, "Are you Merida?" And I was like, "I am," because I was in my sash. And she goes, she's like, "I'm from Scotland, and you're my queen." And I had a minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, "May I crown you?" And she's like, and her mom just was like totally like, and I crowned her, and, you know, using my crown, and just the way she looked at me was that moment that I was like, yeah, that. And I've done that before. I've worked with kids. That's my whole life has been with children. But then a cast member came up, and she's like, I'm on my break. She's like, and I saw you come through with a photographer. She goes, I'm a photographer too. I wanted to just talk to you about your journey. And then she's like, can I get a picture? And she, and I want, you know, those are the moments you can't get having these minutes virtually.
Yeah.
Sometimes being out with humans and being around them and recognizing the breadth and the depth of something as simple as wearing a crown, and having a young girl look at me and not look at my size or my age or my shape and just go, "Are you Merida?" And I went, "Yes, ma'am, I am. At this moment, you betcha." And
Yeah,
that
exactly.
that is what pageantry can be.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and it has been an honor to
Mhm.
have this. And I just cannot wait to see what you do and how you change lives.
Yes.
So,
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are truly an inspiration. You're truly an inspiration. You've done an amazing job. Anyone who's watched you, I'm sure, would echo that same sentiment. So thank you.
well,
Thank you for
I,
paving the way. On your shoulders, I now stand. It may be a little heavy, but on your shoulders, I now stand. So thank you.
you have so much that to be able to offer and to be able to do and to be able to do for this organization, and it is going to be a joy to watch what you do and how you do it. And I will be here to help and support you the whole way, because I believe in this thing. I believe that this animal, this system that has been in the back of my head for 20 years, watching Diana win this title 20 years, over 20 years ago, and knowing it comes with weight. There's more to this than just being a pretty crown, or, you know, just being, you know, a title. There is something strong and heavy and weighty about this. And I don't know if you feel that. Do you, I mean, do you, am I the only person that feels that? Because I just am like, I feel it.
No, not at all. Because I mean, the title says it all, right? And you have to live up to that. And also, like I said, inspire others to be able to live up to that and show them that they can in one way, shape, or form or another. And it may be just saying, of being smiling, like you said, being out at a public, showing, and in that moment, you smile at someone, you greet someone. I mean, and like you said, you have those touching experiences where a little girl, sees you, and she sees something bigger than we even sometimes put our own minds to and understand within our own selves. So I definitely agree that it's heavy as the what's it say? Heavy as the head that wears the crown. I think that's what
for,
it's
yeah.
so,
Oh, okay.
you know,
We're getting all. I mean, honestly, you and I could talk like all night long. I think so. I
we
just
could, we
so
have.
we have like we were up until what 12:30 last night.
I
So
didn't
or
get to
just
sleep until 2. And I was like, I want to be in
I
bed
was
by
trying again
11.
early in the morning. If you would have thought I was competing, I was so stressed out about what I was wearing. I was like, why am I? It's a process. All right. So for the time being, until
Mhm.
our wonderful director changes over controls of Ms. Achievement World on Facebook, it will become yours. Oh, how may we follow your reign? What can we see? How can we follow you and contact you? Because I'm sure people are going to want to, ask you for appearances and opportunities. So tell us.
Well, actually, I am going to just keep it real consistent and say, let's go over to Miss Achievement World Facebook page, and you can go ahead and I will put posts out there and connect over to the page. And so you'll still be able to see me, and eventually I'll be running it. But, right now, and forever, however long that takes, that is where you can find me. There are other places, but I just want to keep everything kind of funneling into one place for the work we do with Miss Achievement World. So I'll sum it up there. Instagram as
And
well will be coming.
we will get you Instagram. We just have to get all of that all worked out because it again my Instagram is my personal Instagram. So she's like, give me a few days. Dana says, give me a few days. I agree.
Yeah,
Like we've got to like there's tech
we'll
that's
make it
involved.
work. Make it work.
Yeah. So I am grateful that you took the time to spend with us again. I wish you so much love and light in this journey. I will say it from as somebody that did not take a lot of pictures in my previous reigns. I took a lot of pictures in this reign. Take lots of pictures, take lots of memories, because when you have to go back a year later and look at all, it goes by in a flash. So
Yeah,
oh, I'm so
definitely.
happy
I
for
do
you.
plan on taking lots of pictures. That's a challenge too, because when I'm rolling up the sleeves and doing the work, I'm not thinking about the selfie. But I have a selfie stick. So let me see. I don't know if it's available for me to pull out here.
Girl, we're gonna have to take lots of pictures. Lots of pictures.
So yes, yes,
That's why
selfie.
I highly recommend getting someone that can follow you. Okay, look at me. Yay. Okay. That's the first one. Ah. You
Awesome.
can
Thank
do
you
what
so
I
much.
did last year is go back to the playback and just capture shots. So that's what I did
Mhm.
in the beginning. Diana will do it too, but capture shots so that you've got them. And then later this week, we will do an unboxing. So when you finally get the magic, this
Super
will be
excited.
coming to you. So
Yay.
look for that. I will post
Beautiful.
it. But I'm sure Diane will send you the tracking tomorrow so you can stock it and then just message me when you get the box and we'll go from there. So
Sounds
what
good. Sounds
what last things would you like to say to your new followers?
Well, I actually, before I say anything to the new followers, I also would like to officially thank the judges. I feel so seen. I feel understood. And I think that you had the absolute hardest job ever. Having judged pageants before, I know how that can be, where you're looking and you see all the quality that's before you. I am not apps that understanding. And so I thank you so much for seeing me, understanding me, and giving me this opportunity to be able to serve literally the world. So I just thank each and every one of the judges for your hard work and efforts in that matter. And so for everyone else, this is Esther Renee, your Miss Achievement World 2023 for duty.
Oh, okay. I love you, babe. All right, hold tight. I know. I know. I love you. Oh, all right. Hold tight. Let me wrap up, and I know. I'm so proud of you. Okay, hold on. Wow. Oh, Miss Stacy's all emotional. Okay. Thanks everybody for anybody who was following, watching. If you're watching in replay, thank you again. Again, I can have these great conversations with all of these amazing women and men. But they're without all my crownies. I'm talking, which is okay. I talk to myself all the time. This way, at least people listen and answer and respond. So I appreciate that. If you haven't already, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and follow us or like us, subscribe to us on YouTube. And I will see you guys later in the week. We will be doing an unboxing. I have also interview Wednesday night, 6 p.m. With Regine, and she is Mrs. North Canada Galaxy. So she will be on and we will be interviewing her. And I will see you guys all then. Have a great night. Stay safe. That's a wrap.